Ladies and gents, welcome back. We are now starting to see things snowball. Last week, I reported to you that the CEO of WestJet spoke out against travel restrictions and vaccine mandates. And then the next day, the travel industry got together to hold a press conference to do the same. Now we have from Canada's airports is now speaking out. Canada's airports calls for the removal of vaccine requirements for air passengers and aviation employees. So this is the CAC. The CAC is a division of Airports Council International North America and the voice for Canadian airports community. The aviation community has been a supportive partner of the federal government in facilitating the vaccine mandate for travel since October 2021. However, today, all Canadian provinces have removed vaccine restrictions, so there is now a different standard for aviation employees and transportation than all other Canadians. Aviation is global. In order to support this industry's economic recovery and compete globally, Canada must align with the international community and join the list of over 50 countries that have already removed vaccine mandates and COVID protocols for travel. Now, all over social media, we're seeing stories of people having a real hard time here in Canada. We have here Ryan Whitney giving his testimony while in airport, talking about how hard it is in Toronto Pearson International Airport, the worst place on earth, he calls it. Now, he's not just some nobody. Ryan Whitney is the fourth of the podcast team for Barstool Sports, well-known commentator in the sports industry. So he was going through Canada, traveling through, and stuck at the Toronto Pearson International Airport. And, well, let's just hear what he had to say.
Hey guys, Whit here. I don't even really know what to explain. So for people telling me to drive, I can't drive. They have my bags, they won't give them back. So I had Edmonton to Toronto yesterday. I landed around 3. I then had Toronto to Boston at 8:30. Customs was about 3 hours, got through, flight canceled from Toronto to Boston. All right, at this point, now I go and I see there is a 400-person line with 2 Air Canada workers. There's a million canceled flights, so everyone's just panicking. So I waited in that line about 6 hours. Near the end of the line, by the way, you know how much my feet hurt? Near the end of the line, they closed it. They just said, oh, you have to go somewhere else. We had to re-enter Canada. We had to go through Canadian customs. So by the time I finally see someone from Air Canada, it's 1 a.m. I said, can I just get my bags? I had a ride to Buffalo all set up, and I had a JetBlue flight from Buffalo. I just need to get out of this country, out of this airport. This is the worst airport on earth. I'm telling you, there's no other airport like this. So they say, no, you can't have your bags. Your bags are already like in the middle of no man's land. You can't have your bags. So we have a 8:50 flight for you from Toronto to Boston for this morning. This is at 1 a.m. Okay, be here at 5 a.m., they said. So I got here at 4:55. I wanted to be 5 minutes early. So I wanted to be 3 hours and 55 minutes early. I get here, this woman says, oh, we booked you actually on a flight from here to Montreal and then Montreal to Boston, but that leaves in 50 minutes and you can't make it. They never sent me an email. They just, I started laughing. I mean, what are you gonna do? It was either that or like cry. So now I'm on a 10 a.m., but there's nobody really around the gate. Yeah, I'm so in shock at this place. It is the biggest disgrace known to man.
Absolutely. So here we are in a situation where Canadian airports are a detour that people do not want to take at this point. And Canadians really want to travel, not to mention we want to have travelers come to our country. This is a good source of revenue for so many businesses in our country. We're a top tier destination for world travelers from around the world. that want to come here and is just destroying our travel industry. These unnecessary regulations that seem to be just almost vindictive of the federal government from Justin Trudeau's cabinet against, dissent that he saw at the beginning of the year. Now, we're looking at, well, hey, are these measures being implemented across the way? Because we're looking at global citizens here, you know, the Justin Trudeau's and the World Economic Forum types. They want all of us plebs to have a hard time, and not even just plebs, like this this man who had a hard time at the airport, and he's not some nobody. But what's going on around the world? Here we have EU to exempt private and corporate jets from green aviation fuel tax. We're not all in this together. No. So for the reasons why we're having such a hard time, whether it's the environment or, pandemics or these kinds of things, it's rules for thee and not for me, especially with our prime minister who spends more time on an airplane than he probably does on the ground in a time when, here we are in a time where I could get on my camera and talk to all of you guys and not even leave my house. We're in the laptop meeting world where you don't have to really travel as a politician, but they're the ones that are doing the most traveling. But yeah, here we are. We have the airport, Canada's airports, speaking out against travel mandates, vaccine mandates. And I will definitely retweet this out. I'll leave a link to this in the description. Get this out. Share this out. More people know about this, the sooner we are to having these restrictions lifted and getting on with our lives, getting on with the world, and getting on with whatever it is that you have to do and you want to do personally. Yes, it's important that we move on. Anyway, that's all I got for you on this one. We'll see you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down in the comment section down below. And we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.